Alright, so I have a couple Pokemon Showdown battles here, and I'm joined by my co-host, Theo, the adorable little puppy. Okay, so the reason one of my puppies is in my lap because he was barking, figured that wouldn't make for good recording. He seems a lot happier just chilling here, so we're going to let him chill here as I narrate a whole bunch of stuff. So for the first battle, it's a cat battle. Second battle is a Uuu battle. Last battle is an Inu battle, and then I have some hi, what's up? Yeah. And then I have some bonus rounds where people just rage quitted. So that's a thing. Okay, puppy. Okay. So if you see him pop up in video, you guys kind of know why. But yeah, I figured this was better than you hearing him going arf arf arf.
Whoa, what? Whoa, what?
Arf 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 in the background. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the cat battle. So I'm going to lead off with my Rock Boy. He's going to lead off with his Stratagem. And he goes for the Giga Drain as I set the Stealth Rocks because I don't care. I'm going to switch out to my new Pokemon here. And he goes for the Giga Drain again. And basically, yeah, that would have been a dead Stratagem had he not been Focus Sash. Mine's Focus Sash too, so I guess great minds think alike. I don't know. And we'll go for the Aura Spear, KO him again. He did Heat Wave, took me down quite a bit. I am going to go for the Roost here. I actually have Prankster, which probably may have saved my life because I think his moth thing, or moth, or whatever it's called, is probably a bit faster. Gonna bring in Isosaur. Don't exactly take the resisted hit as well as I would have liked. And as he switches out, I go for the Rock Slide, which this is kind of a mixed Choice Scarf set because it ends up working out surprisingly. He goes for the knockoff on me. Bringing it back in, which is good. I switched to my Tomahawk because otherwise I probably would have lost my Choice Scarf. That would have been bad. And unfortunately, Air Slash doesn't do as much as I thought. He goes for Drain Punch, I guess predicting me to go for the Roost. I just keep going for Air Slash. Kind of hoping for a flinch, but I'm not getting it. And then he gets a crit. So, hey, that's a thing. Gonna bring in Drillin, gonna go for the Earthquake, just get rid of this thing. And then I get leftovers and I'm full health again. So he brings in Voodoo, and I actually have a Voodoo myself. And I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin here. And it does about 15%, which is actually a lot more than I thought. Of course, he's lacking a little bit of defense right now. So I'm going to bring in Captain Crow. He's going to go for the Bulk Up. That's not exactly good, but I know I can tank some hits, so I'm going to go for the Toxic. And he goes for the Ice Punch. Does neutral damage, of course, because still flying. Captain Crow is going to restore HP. I put up the Tailwind for a little bit later if I need to, because he's kind of setting up. I just want toxic damage to get racked up. And then I'm going to go for the knockoff here, get rid of his leftovers, so not toxic damage not racks up even more. And he's going to continue lowering his defenses, which works for me. I'm fine with that. Going to go for the Protect here to go ahead and let him take another turn of toxic damage. And it works out. Go for the double Protect. Unfortunately, I don't get it. And he goes for the close combat. I figured Roost. If I roosted, I was dead. So, might as well try and go for something. Tailwind's going to pet her out, which is fine. I'm just going to bring in Rock Boy, go for the Ancient Power, hoping for a boost. Didn't exactly get it, which is unfortunate. He outspeeds me, either by Choice Scarf or just naturally outspeeding. I don't know. But I outspeed him with this thing, go for the Choice Scarf. Works out nicely. He has Malaconda, going to go for the Bug Buzz. Take a pretty decent chunk. I thought I would do a little bit more, but then I don't have any special attack investment other than Force, so that's considering that's very nice. He's gonna bring in his own Cyclint, and I'm gonna sacrifice my Drillin, my Colossoil. I think that's what it's called. And now I bring in my own Vadoom. He goes for the superpower. Kind of sucks a little bit. But fortunately, I can bring in Cyclint and go for the Rock Slide since it's past his turn of switching in, so yeah, that's that. And then he got mad at the end. It was like, Mountaineer much? Blah, 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 blah. Something stupid like that. I don't know. But we have a fantastic Uuu battle here. Really, it's really close. It's a nail biter. And I really do mean that. Gonna lead off with Izelf. Go for the taunt, first turn taunt, and he goes for the sleep powder, so it ends up working. The reason for Izelf lead is because I want to counter other leads like Roserade and stuff like that that could set up. Gonna get the burn with Fire Blast, which is really lucky, especially considering the last battle. But then, you know, time did kind of pass a little bit. And he is going to switch into his Flygon. That's fine. I'm going to go for the Fire Blast regardless in case he wanted to stay in. And Flygon gets burned, which I don't know. Doesn't really matter later in the game, but that's because of my health later in the game. Spoiler alert, I guess. I don't know. Puppy. Okay. He probably got a little scared. And unfortunately, I derped and forgot that nature power counts as a status move, even though it brings an attack. So couldn't really use nature power on Assault Fist. Florgus. So I'm gonna have to switch up that move, but yeah, kind of derped right there. And then I have Choice Scarf, so I could have used it later, but nature power tri-attack doesn't ever end up coming in use. So basically, he's gonna scout. He's gonna get a crit, which is disappointing because that reduced my overall tankiness. I think I probably could have gotten off 2 Brave Birds. I go for the Sucker Punch, thinking maybe he'll scout to finish me off. No, he's gonna go for rest. He's Sleep Talk. He's a Sleep Talk Suicune, and he ends up roaring me out, so that's unfortunate. But he roared me into my Rapid Spinner, which is nice, and even though he gets the Scout, I managed to live thanks to HP investment. Unfortunately, I get burned. I guess it kind of serves me for burning 2 of his Pokemon with Fire Blast, given that it has lower burn rate than Scout does. So, oh well. Hey, ends up biting me in the butt. Oh well. I'm going to bring in Azelf, go for the taunt, just because I don't want him to rest later. And you'll see why. It actually ends up turning out good, because he's forced to switch. He doesn't really want to take a hit, and I thought he would switch into Flygon or something. Guess he wants to preserve Flygon. Go for the Dragon Pulse, do lots of damage. Good to get intimidated by this Hitmontop. He goes for the Rapid Spin, I go for the Thunderbolt, and then I think he goes for the Toxic, which kind of sucks a little bit later on, because I take a lot of damage that I shouldn't need to take. And it probably contributed to me to the end result of this match a little bit. So, hey. Big Bird dies. Probably should have gone for Sucker Punch, thinking he would just straight outright KO me, but I thought he'd try and play games. I don't know. Go for 2 Energy Balls. And then he's going to switch out here. I'm surprised he didn't switch out sooner, because Suicune has, like, no health right now. And he's forced to do something that he'll regret later. Going to bring in my Channeler, thinking that it's the smart thing to sack. Really, in reality, probably should have sacked Florgus. But hindsight is always 20/20, right? And so Psychic doesn't quite take it out. I don't know if that was min damage or if that was max damage. I just didn't have enough damage to take out the Chandelure with its Assault Vest. So it's really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. Because then he's going to bring in Suicune. Thunderbolt is going to bring him down to 8%. But this is the reason I probably should have kept Chandelure alive, because that Shadow Ball would have totally KO'd the other Chandelure. And then my I'm a Dragon would have to take less damage. So yeah, kind of sucks. Right here, he's going to bring in Flygon, Outrage. Going to KO me because I have low HP. Had I lived, I would have gone for Dragon Pulse, and that would have won me the match. But unfortunately, I didn't live, so hey. Last battle, going to be an Uuu Battle. And it's really good. It's a Trick Room team. Andy Stone, Robotnik is sexy. Said my Oro set would go well with the Trick Room team, so I decided to try it out myself. Gonna bring in my Kecleon. After I went for the Stealth Rock, I figured, you know, he might want to taunt me or something, and he's behind the sub, so I want to get rid of the sub. So I go for Hone Claws, and then I have priority, so even if he Encores me, I'm Encored into an attacking move, but he goes for Bug Buzz instead. Because I made myself the Dark type thanks to Hone Claws. And he's going to bring in Avalugg. I just go for a Sucker Punch, thinking maybe he'll go for a Bug Buzz again. Probably should have just gone for Shadow Sneak in hindsight. Again, hindsight's always 20/20. Because Avalugg might have actually been dead had I done that. And, hey, that's okay. You know, again, hindsight's always 20/20, but, hey, the battle's the battle. So, I bring in Dino Man, hoping to get a Ancient Power Boost. Don't exactly get it. Don't know what hidden power that is that he used. It did neutral damage, so who really knows? I don't know. But yeah, went for 2 nature power tri-attacks with an Evermelt ISKOs Dragalge pretty well. Go for the Stealth Rock. I managed to take an Earthquake, which is nice. I go for the Protect, thinking, hey, I can get some health back. And then I'm going to go for the Double Protect, hoping that I hit it. But of course I don't. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, even though other people would hit the Double Protect, I don't hit the Double Protect. You don't hear me complaining. I'm not complaining. But here's a good time to set up my Trick Room. I honestly thought that I would be slower than the Sudowoodo, but then again, it is a Sudowoodo. And this guy's going to get really lucky. So he's going to hit 2 Rock Slide flinches. And then he hits a critical hit. with another flinch. So pretty much all my and he might have done Earthquake out of pity for me that I got flinched 3 times. I don't know. You have to see Bomb. He lives with 1% though. That 1%, that 1% made me so sad because I had to take extra damage, and I didn't like the extra damage. So he's gonna run in Lilligant. I don't know what Lilligant's gonna do. It's gonna go for the Giga Drain. So I go for the Trick Room again, knowing that I can go for Pain Split after this, and then I can go for Phantom Force and do damage. So that's the idea. I'm gonna try and make the idea work. So I go ahead and go for another Pain Split, because he gets me decently low, like below 50%, and so I'd like to be a little bit higher. I'm gonna go for Phantom Force. He's going to go for the Giga Drain, obviously miss, and he is gonna switch out here because he doesn't want his Lilligant to take all that damage, I guess. Trick Room's going to wear out, which is unfortunate because I tried to set it up again. Probably should have just gone for the Seed Bomb, in all honesty, because then he would have been dead. I wouldn't have taken this damage from Ice Punch. And then, yeah, he wouldn't have killed himself, so I wouldn't have looked like a big idiot. And the big jugs are just distracting me, I guess. I don't know. Gonna bring in Avalugg, knowing that I can take a hit if he decides to just go for it. He doesn't. I go for the Rock Slide. That's fine. Get rid of his sub. So his sub was pointless. I go for another Rock Slide. Again, fine. Pretty much take care of that. He's going to run into Lilligant. He is going to go for the Leech Seed to try and get health back. I go for Crunch because I'm not carrying Avalanche on this thing because Trick Room team, I thought maybe Avalugg would come out during the Trick Room. And as you all know, Avalanche really only does massive damage when it hits afterwards. So didn't want that to be an issue, and of course I may be confusing myself because I think Avalanche might actually be -1 priority anyway, or -2, so I don't know. Might be confusing myself, but hey, it's what it is. Go for Side Shock just to get damage because I want Nature Power Tri-Attack to go ahead and KO, and get another Side Shock. Actually, almost KO the Lilligant myself, take myself out. So yeah, it's not a big deal. He goes for Synthesis. Fortunately, I did do all that damage, so he didn't have as much health. Nature Power, Never Melt Ice, Tri-Attack does a lot of damage. So, the bonus round is my puppy's climbing all over me right now. Bonus round, he goes for the Confuse Ray for some reason. I thought he was going to do Parafusion shenanigans. I don't know. Goes for the Scald afterwards. No burn, fortunately. I go for the Stealth Rock. And then I go for the Protect, as he's going to go for the Scald again. And I believe he brings in Gagoat. Yeah, he brings in Gagoat after he Volt switches, and I go for the Metal Burst because I thought he was going to do Scald, so I thought damage would be good. And then I'm going to switch into my Gourgeist as he goes for the Leech Seed, and then he's going to forfeit there. Or no, he's going to forfeit here, I think. I don't remember. I go for the Trick Room. Yeah, I go for the Trick Room, and he forfeits. I don't know why he forfeited, but he did. Next forfeit is going to happen a little bit later, but I'll lead off with my Marwolf, go for the Protect, seeing what he's going to do. He's going to go for the Trick Room. I'm somehow faster than a Malamar. Like, I realized I don't know how slow Malamar is, but apparently it's really slow. And so I'm going to buy out the turns of Trick Room as he tries to go for Superpower. Then I think I switch here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and switch into Gourgeist. Oh no, I'm going to switch in. Why did I switch into Gourgeist? That wouldn't have. What am I doing? What am I doing? That's the real question here. Oh, I know what I was doing. So I thought Behemoth would be slower than Malamar. I was gravely mistaken. And go for the Nature Power Tri-Attack. And he brings in Dusclops, finds my Never Melt Ice. You go for the Nature Power Tri-Attack, do damage. He's going to lowest me, burn me, not a big deal. Special attacker. I'm losing health, but I don't really care. I'm going to go for the Nature Power Tri-Attack, get a crit, and I think he goes. Yeah, I go for another Nature Power Tri-Attack, get the burn. He's going to go for a Pain Split here. And then I go ahead and go for another Nature Power Tri-Attack. Yeah, go for another Nature Power Tri-Attack. His Dusclops is going to fall. He's going to bring in Mighty Anna. And he thinks he's smart. He thinks he's going to KO me. And then I bring in Avalugg, and then he's going to forfeit because his Mighty Anna didn't get the boost. So, yeah, that's a forfeit on his part. I don't know why he forfeited. He just did. But, yeah, that's about a 15-minute video. That's actually one of the longest non-live Showdown videos I've done in a while. So, that's Theo's waiting. and goodbye. Wave goodbye, Theo. Bye-bye. 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 Okay, so Theo waved goodbye, and now he's cuddling me, and I don't know what he's doing. And, basically, I am going to bid you farewell. Hope you guys enjoyed the Pokemon Showdown battles. Theo's getting a little restless, so I'm probably going to go chill with him in the living room for a bit. And, yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye.